do you do when the family room is so dated and uncomfortable, nobody wants to be in it? That's the problem confronting our 3 interior designers on today's Designer's Challenge. Who will come up with the best solution? Which designer can make the room both a cozy retreat and a comfortable gathering spot? We'll find out next on Designer's Challenge. Welcome to Designer's Challenge. I'm Chris Harrison. 42 years ago, when Dick and Sally Dunbar bought their house, they were just starting a family. The 300 square foot den they added on at the time suited them perfectly. Now with the children all grown, Sally and Dick still love the house, but their needs and taste have changed. Let's meet our homeowners now.
This house is very special to Dick and I. We've raised our children here, and we're very, very fortunate in that a lot of them live close by, and we see them a lot. So it's like paradise to us.
I would say the favorite room is the living room because that's where we spend most of the time, and it's the most comfortable reading spot.
Although Sally has redecorated several rooms over the years, the family room remains untouched. She and Dick decided to give it a makeover when they realized how little use the room was getting.
There's 2 problems in there that I see, and one of them is the lighting has never been good. When you turn it on, the light's too bright and it doesn't do the job. The second thing is there's no good place to read in there.
We spend a lot of time with our family, and on Sunday nights they come for dinner, and nobody ever goes into the family room, which just kind of amazes me, and I want that room to be the most popular spot for them to go.
But creating an inviting spot for family get-togethers is a tall order.
Look at this nice big family room where no one seems to want to come into. I would like to have double-hung windows put in here with nice trim around them and have the paneling taken off and plaster the walls. And with the furniture, I think we'd really like to have some very, very comfortable furniture to seat probably more people.
And it would really be nice if we could get a little more comfortable than it is now. It just, right now, there isn't a whole lot of comfort to it.
Dick and Sally would also like to update their dated built-in shelves to display their many family photos.
And we'd also like to build in this television so that when it's not in use, we can put doors over it.
Some features, like the French doors leading out to the patio, will stay, but Sally and Dick look forward to a fresh new look for their family room.
I think it'd be nice having three professional ideas and then throw Sally's in along with them, and that I think we'll have something very, very nice.
The Dunbars have presented quite a challenge. They want to get rid of the wood paneling that covers the entire room. They want to replace the dated windows and window coverings. They want bigger and more modern built-ins to hold their photos and electronics. They want to revamp the seating area so it looks better, is more comfortable, and can accommodate more people. And they want to do it all on a budget of $25,000 for labor and materials. Our 3 designers are eager to take on the challenge. Let's meet them now. Our first designer is Barbara Zeeland of Barbara Zeeland Designs. With over 30 years' experience, she specializes in both residential and commercial design and has been featured in numerous publications.
I don't have a style that I prefer to work in. I really love them all. When I'm doing contemporary, I want to redo my house. If I'm in a traditional mood, I want to do that. But I love them all. The Dunbars seem to like a little bit of country, a little bit of craftsman, a little bit of earthy things. And Mrs. Dunbar's color sense is wonderful, and we're going to continue in that vein.
Our second designer is Patty Richards of Patty Richards Designs. A founder and fellow of the International Society of Interior Designers, she has received commendations for her work from the California Legislature and Senate.
My approach to design is one that try to keep it clean, simple. Even though it may be a traditional style, it can be done in such a manner that you can still have it clean and simple. The Dunbar's family room, it's going to be a well-utilized room. And one of the tricks about that room is going to be to get proper lighting.
Our final designer is Quentin Rance of Quentin Rance Enterprises. A fellow of the Chartered Society of Designers in Great Britain, Quentin has over 35 years of experience designing projects as diverse as a 17th century European castle and a 176-foot luxury yacht.
A good interior designer has got to have several qualities. The first one is color balance. The other is proportion of furniture and size of furniture in relation to the room. But probably the most important one is patience. With the Dunbar project, it can't be an independent scheme. The room has got to be coordinated with the rest of the house.
Our three designers face an exciting challenge. Which one of them will find a way to turn the Dunbar's dated family room into an inviting haven for young and old alike? Coming up next, the designers make their presentations to Dick and Sally. Which one will get the nod? Welcome back to Designer's Challenge. Sally and Dick Dunbar moved into their Cape Cod-style home when they were just starting their family. Now they're grandparents. Over the years, their lives have changed, but their family room hasn't. They've challenged three interior designers to give the room a fresh new look. Each designer met with the couple to get a sense of their taste and desires for the room, and then went to work on a design plan. Today, they're ready to present their ideas for the first time. Our first designer is Barbara Zeeland. Barbara has designed an imaginative layout to accommodate the extensive Dunbar family.
Dick, Sally, based on our first meeting, this is what I envision your room to look like when it's completed. I know that you told me that there were 12 of you most times, sometimes 18, and now I understand there's a 19th on the way, that you're great sports fans and the TV is an important part of the room.
That's correct.
Barbara has come up with an innovative way to add seating to the room.
I've given you a curved sectional because using the curve you can get a couple of extra seats. I put the TV at this end of the room. It's on a pull-out swivel so that you could see it as well from this table here as well as when you're out on the patio. Okay. This is a TV cabinet, and I've kept it rather short because when you enter the room, you don't want to be overpowered by a huge cabinet. And I've given you a bridge across the bookcases, which is simply a table that goes across with two ottomans underneath that you could bring out into the seating group when you need to. The game table, which is standard height, has chairs that are on casters, so they can be brought into the group as well.
Barbara also has some ideas to bring light into the room.
Because of your high ceilings, we really have to bring the light down. We can't use the ceilings for lighting. This is a floor lamp. There's a lamp on the sofa table, which will be a good place to display some more pictures. So you have your bridge and your sofa table for pictures.
You've given us a lot of space for that, and there are a lot of pictures, Barbara. You listened well.
The colors that I chose lead off the living room, and you love this wonderful red, which I just adored also and had fun working with it.
Pretty.
I have several different ways to go, but I just fell in love with this. We have some coordinates that would go with this. Another way I thought of going was, I know we talked about all these children and keeping things clean.
Not keeping things clean, not showing the dirt.
Not showing the dirt. I got it.
That better describes it.
Anyway, these are just various ways to go in the room.
Oh, I love this. This is my style.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased.
Yeah, it's really nice. Barbara, thank you so much. You really did put a lot of time and effort into this, and I really appreciate it, and I absolutely love this fabric.
I'm so glad
it was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Barbara. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Our second designer is Patty Richards. Patty's plan is to unite the family room with the rest of the house through the use of color.
As you can see, I've given you an arch entrance like that. But I'm also stealing a little bit of the existing opening. By bringing in 2 feet here, I can give you nice seating in a sectional. Here's your existing cocktail table and your existing trunk. Then we have a casual club chair, but on a small scale. Right here is your entertainment unit, and that will be back in the corner. Behind the sofa here, I've put a shelf. That shelf can hold a lamp, pictures, or whatever.
Patty offers a modern approach to the Dunbar's lighting problem.
Primary concern of yours was lighting. Why don't we run a soffit tying it into the existing ceiling and dropping cans around the perimeter of the room.
Great. That sounds wonderful.
Okay?
And you put a bay window in?
Yes, I did, where the large window is now.
When choosing fabrics for the room, Patty took her cues from the other rooms in the Dunbar's house.
Let's start up here with the sofa. I would do it in a chenille with a little bit of fleck going through it. With the young children and everything, you don't want to use a solid.
Very good, Patty.
And I know you love the color that you've used throughout the house. I'd like to step it down one tone to break it off that you have a separate area going on here. And here we have this chair. And I recommend that we do it in this paisley print.
Patty balances elegance and practicality with her furniture choices as well.
And here we have a very simple, pretty little table. I'm recommending for your game table, dining table. We have the graceful cabriole leg, and it would be done in the pine finish to coordinate with the rest of the wood in the room. I think that that is pretty much the overall room.
Looks good, doesn't it, Dick?
Yeah, it looks very good.
And Dick, the sofa's long enough so
Yeah,
you can...
I got that.
Patty, you've done a wonderful job. It really is. It's just beautiful, and we want to thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you
Thanks
very
a lot,
much.
Patty. It looks
Thanks,
great.
Patty.
Our final designer is Quentin Rance. Quentin has come up with a polished and sophisticated design plan for Dick and Sally's family room.
Well, Sally and Dick, you've presented me with a very interesting problem, which obviously we need solutions for. I think we've got the solutions. Well, I'll show you the details as we go through. Let me start with the plan. I'm suggesting a love seat and a settee. We'll give you the additional seating when you have more family here. And a wedge-shaped coffee table covered in the fabric so that it actually becomes part and parcel of the settee and love seat.
Quentin has also designed a functional lighting plan.
I'm suggesting that we run a right-angled section of wood around the room where behind it will be concealed the strip lighting. But the main lighting, I'm suggesting that we change the fan that you have in there to a chandelier with a little bit of wrought iron and the acid glass.
Quentin has replaced the picture window with a bay window. An oversized cabinet in one corner would hold the Dunbar's large television and provide display shelving. In the other corner, Quentin has replaced the existing cabinet with a game table and 4 chairs.
I love that. That table's beautiful.
Over the table, I'm suggesting we use a Tiffany-style lamp.
I like that look.
Quentin adds visual interest with his approach to the windows.
I'm suggesting this interesting cornice box treatment where we actually will use 3 materials forming this castellated shape along the 3 areas. Oh, the last area that I'm suggesting is we go with a mint-coloured wall colour, just to kind of give the room that little bit of elegance.
Quentin has come up with a surprisingly simple way to make the entrance to the family room more dramatic.
When we came into the room, we came through a very plain rectangular opening.
Yes.
And what I'm suggesting is that we use something like this to fit into the corner to form an arch.
That's a great idea, Quentin.
Well, it creates an arch without doing any structural
Right,
work.
exactly.
It's
a simple way to do
it's the
it.
illusion.
Well, Quentin, this is a great job you've done. I love the fabrics.
The only colour I've really changed is that we're using the mint green wall.
That might be hard to convince me. But I'm listening.
When do we start?
I don't know. We'll let you know, Quentin. Thank you very much.
Now it's time for Dick and Sally to go to work. Which designer will they choose to update their 40-year-old family room? Find out next on Designer's Challenge.
I love it all. What am I going to do? Can I have all 3?
No.
Welcome back to Designer's Challenge. I'm Chris Harrison. It's been a week since each of our 3 designers presented Dick and Sally Dunbar with a unique design plan for their family room. Now they must choose just one. Will they opt for Barbara Zeeland's vision with its softly tailored casual feel? Or maybe Patty Richards' warm fabrics and soft lighting won them over? Or perhaps the coordinated color scheme and warm ambiance Quentin Rance proposed captured their imagination.
After reviewing all the presentations of the other designers, we decided to go with Quentin Rance. We felt that he addressed all of the concerns that we had for this family room.
And I always had the problem with the lighting in this room, and I thought he had the best solution.
I could tell that Quentin was a very nice gentleman, and I could work with him.
Well, I'm delighted to have been chosen by Dick and Sally. The room has got some challenges which I feel I have the total answer for, and I'm looking forward to meeting them again and getting on with it.
While Dick babysits the grandkids, Quentin and Sally meet to work out the final details for the cabinetry. To do this, they go right to the workshop where it's being made. Quentin's plan includes an impressive cabinet that will work as both a television cabinet and a display area for the Dunbar's beloved family photos. Because the piece will be so large, Quentin has suggested adding some simple ornamentation.
I want to show you this unit before we see your main television unit.
Okay.
Because this has got some detail routing, which I'd like to put on your cabinet. I feel the corners are too big to be left plain. We are going to use a molding, but this, I think, adds a lot of interest and detail to the unit.
I like that. That'll look
Good.
good. That'll look very good.
Well, let's go and look at your unit.
Okay.
Well, this is your television unit.
Quentin, it's beautiful.
This is the drop-down flap to conceal the CD player.
Oh, wow. Ooh,
It
look at
slides
that.
away.
Yeah.
The handle that we were discussing, I'd like to position here. When it slides in, the handle will still be clear of the opening. Now, the routing that we were talking about on the other unit, this is where we've drawn it in and shows the detail.
Oh, that's really going to be
And
nice.
The molding will be in this position on the side to take out the plain sides. But the crowning piece, the crown molding, this will be detailed.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's really nice. Very beautiful.
Gives it a finishing
Quentin.
touch.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And of course, the color will be as the design and the color that we've agreed. And this is an exciting piece of furniture.
Quentin, I love the way that's arched up there also.
Next time you see this, it'll be in your home, ready for use.
It's just absolutely gorgeous.
I know you're going to be delighted with it.
Thank you.
Sally is pleased with the way the cabinet is coming along. Some of the fine details can only be done by hand. But will all this time and effort pay off? We'll see the dramatic results next on Designer's Challenge. For questions or comments, please write to Designer's Challenge, care of HGTV, Box 50970, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37950. Be sure to include the episode number and your daytime phone number. Welcome back to Designer's Challenge. It's been several weeks, and Sally and Dick Dunbar's outdated family room has been completely redesigned. With a budget of $25,000, British designer Quentin Rance was challenged to give the room the royal treatment. But is it the homey gathering place the couple had hoped for? We're about to find out.
From my contractor to Quentin, it was an adventure which we will never forget. It was wonderful.
And it was easy for me because Sally and Quentin did all the work, and all I did was keep the checkbook full.
I'm very excited about seeing the room because Dick and Sally have been away on vacation and have not seen the room in its completed state. This is the final lamp that I want to do for the lighting. Remember, the lighting was very important to them in the scheme of things. So let's hope they are excited as I am. Hi.
Quentin, you're here! Oh, I'm so excited to see you.
Well, I've got one more piece to finish the room.
Oh, that room is absolutely gorgeous. We just got home on Tuesday night.
I know.
I walked in and I went, Dick, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I love it.
Well,
Thank you
really-
so much.
Really.
Oh, it was
You did a good
beautiful.
job. Good to
Well,
see you, Quentin.
let's go and look at the room.
Okay,
Oh,
sounds
thanks.
good.
Come on
Let's
in.
go in.
What a transformation! This formerly dim and dated room is now bright, cheery, and functional. Gone is the old wood paneling. In its place are new walls painted a soft pastel yellow that Sally loves.
Quentin, this room just turned out better than I ever expected.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, really, because it's been fun doing it. Let me lose this lamp in the position I want to put it.
Certainly.
While the light boxes built around the room provide a pleasant diffused light, the striking wrought iron chandelier, the lamp Quentin brought with him today, and the new Tiffany-style lamp over the game table provide both direct lighting and visual interest.
I feel we've created, the shelf unit with the display that we wanted.
Well, you know, it was very important for me to have the pictures of my kids and grandkids displayed, and you did that.
I kind of listened and checked off the shopping list.
Yes, you did.
The upholstery had to be comfortable, something that Dick could relax out on.
What do you think?
And I tried it out yesterday afternoon, and it was great. I had a
Little siesta.
A little sleep, so it was very comfortable.
That's a good test.
The old windows have been replaced with new sash windows that let in more light and complement the sophisticated look of the new family room.
The windows obviously were a big improvement, and we put the bay window in at the end, which allows you to put in the antique chest. The drapery treatment, which I call a handkerchief design, picked up the colors that we wanted to use.
Holding the whole room together is the custom-built entertainment center Quentin designed.
Oh, Quentin, they did a beautiful job, and look at the finish on here. It's just gorgeous.
Well, the idea was to minimize the big black box sitting on the floor. We still have the same big black box, but it now becomes a very beautiful piece of furniture. And my suggestion was to make this garage door design, which conceals the CD player.
Isn't that clever, Dick?
Yeah, it really is.
Remember what this space used to look like? Quentin transformed a room no one wanted to be in into one that's comfortable, warm, and inviting.
Dick and I cannot thank you enough. It's
Well,
just been such a pleasure working with you.
Did a great job.
And it
Thank
was
you.
just a thrill.
It's been fun doing it, and obviously I'm glad you like the finished result.
Thanks to designer Quentin Rance, who rose to the challenge, the Dunbars have a charming, family-friendly room they're sure to enjoy with their children and grandchildren for years to come. Thanks for joining us on Designer's Challenge. We'll see you next time when we put 3 more designers to the test. I'm Chris Harrison.